5, 4, 3, 2.
Realtors, you're in the right spot.
We're going to do this together.
Welcome to the Leading Edge Podcast.
These mentors showed me a map of success.
This is the place for real estate pros like you to get better at running your business, balancing your life, and having happy clients.
Do you know how powerful you are?
And now your host, Eric Thompson.
What's up, everyone? It's your good friend, Eric Thompson. This is the Leading Edge Podcast, episode number 80. What? Welcome to the show. This one is called Comparing Yourself. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I'm making this podcast at the beginning of 2022. So happy New Year to all of you who are listening this around the beginning of 2022. I hope your year is off to an amazing start. I hope you had a really awesome finish to 2021. We sure did here around the Thompson household. We went skiing over the week of New Year's, which is pretty much our favorite thing to do in life. Me and the girls, me and the wife and our two kids, we went up to the mountains and had a terrific time. And our year is off to a really awesome start. And I'm hoping the same is true for you. You guys, this episode is called Comparing Yourself because what I notice is a lot of people comparing themselves to other people having success. And there are some good ways to do that. There's some not so good ways to do that. So for you to have a really awesome 2022, I think this is going to be important for you to think about, to understand. And when you look at other people having success, there are some really good ways to think about those people and even interact with those people to help you have success too, so that you can achieve your 2022 goals. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so here's what's inspiring this podcast. Here's what's on my mind as we're going to have this little conversation together. What's on my mind is, for a lot of people, 2021 was a remarkable year. I mean, it was just remarkable in so many different ways. And one way is because people had some really awesome results. So what I watched to be true for a lot of people is that they had the best year that they have had so far, the best year they've had up until now. A lot of people had that happen, all right? So a lot of people are having big time success. And what I also notice is that there are people who watch others have that success, and what they do is they start comparing themselves to those other people in some really ineffective ways. And I'm guessing that you have caught yourself doing that before. Like, you see someone else crushing it and you find yourself being jealous. You find yourself like being really curious in an ineffective way about how on earth they could be doing that. And you also find yourself saying to yourself, well, they must be different. They're not like me. Well, the reason why they're having all that success is because of fill in the blank, any super unique aspect, quality about that person or aspect of the circumstance, right? We make excuses and we justify and we come up with all these reasons why they're having that success and we're not, and it just doesn't work, right? It's really ineffective, right? So we got to fix that. I want to help you with that. That's going to be the focus of our time together. So just some examples of people who have had this year some extraordinary years. And one thing that's true about me and one thing that I feel really blessed about is that I get to see and understand and kind of have a peek inside of a lot of different realtors' business, right? A lot of people from all over the country, all kinds of different companies, all kinds of different places. I get to see lots of real estate stories. And I love studying success and what makes it happen and what are the ingredients and what makes people tick. As you guys know, that's kind of my jam. And so I get to see the results from a lot of different people that I work with directly or people that I just observe. It's pretty cool. So check it out. There's someone I work with who broke $1 million this year. When I say this year, I mean 2021. First time ever that they've done that. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's a pretty cool benchmark to watch, to witness, to exceed. So someone that I work with broke through $1 million. There's another person I work with who about 15 years ago had to declare bankruptcy, who this year went past 500,000, so just earned just over 500,000 of income. Someone else I work with who spent part of their adolescence homeless earned just a scotch under $500,000. There's someone else I work with who just a few years ago didn't even have a savings account. Broke through the barrier of 200,000, earned just over 200,000 in the last year. And by the way, we're talking about money right here, money results, which are great. We celebrate money results, and so maybe for you, it's not a money goal that you have, and you can insert whatever other kind of thing. But that's in real estate. That's one of the ways that we measure results is income, and so that's why I'm talking about income here. But just as I think about the people that I work with, that I coach, that are part of my group coaching program, companies I work with, et cetera. It's just so cool to see these results, knowing the backstory, knowing where they came from, knowing what led up to it, knowing all that work that went into it. It's just so cool. I can't even tell you how cool it is. So here's the thing. When we see others having this kind of success, when you watch someone else earn over $1 million, and you say to yourself, well, the reason why they're doing that is because they're different. That does two things that are not good, okay? Not good at all. When you chalk it up to them being different, number one, it's super convenient, right? Isn't that convenient? Just to say, well, the reason why they had that success is because they're different. I mean, look at them. They look different, or they act different, or they had this, they were born with some unique thing, well, that is super convenient just to throw that up as an excuse. So what that allows you to do, seemingly so, what that allows you to do is kind of stay within a comfort zone, something you would never have to break out of. Well, the reason why I don't have to do that, or I don't have to go after that kind of thing, is because I'm not different like they are. They're different. Well, that's super convenient, number one. But you know what else it is? You guys, it's really damaging. It's super damaging to yourself, because you're diminishing yourself, right? You're identifying yourself. You're defining yourself as less than, right? Well, I'm not as good as that person. I'm not as worthy as that person. I'm not as valuable as that person. I'll never be that person. You've diminished yourself. That's so damaging, you guys. That is so damaging. Would you ever say that to another person? Would you ever say that, to a kid? Would you ever say to that kid, yeah, well, just so you know, you'll never have a result like that because they're different. You're not different like they are. Would you ever say that? Whether it's your own child or someone else's child, you would, no, of course not. That would be super mean. You would never ever say that. So why say that to yourself? That's super damaging when you just chalk someone else's success up to the fact that they're different, which means that you're less than that person in some way. Not good, right? So we're going to stop doing that, right? We're going to stop doing that. So the first thing that we're going to do is, when we see others having a result that we ourselves would like to have, we are first going to say, you know what? These are super normal people. They're very normal people. And what I can tell you about all those examples that I rattled off before, the person who made over $1 million, the person who spent part of their adolescence homeless, who got close to 500,000, the person who had to declare bankruptcy 15-ish years ago, who made just over 500,000, the person who didn't even have a savings account a few years ago, who made over 200, et cetera, et cetera. What I can tell you about those people, they're super normal. They're very normal. And I don't mean that they're boring or that they're not a delight to be around, because they are, but they're super normal. They're a whole lot like you. They're super normal. They face the same stuff you do. They do, they have to brush their teeth every morning. They go through all the same things that you do. They're super normal people who do two things. All right. So this, I think, is going to be a takeaway for you, right? Super normal people who, number one, they deliver extraordinary value, right? They're just normal people who deliver extraordinary value to their clients, right? They just blow their clients' socks off. They really delight their clients. They're super committed to taking great care of their people, just like you. I'm not saying that you don't do that, but this is what I notice among them. Like, they deliver extraordinary value, and they love taking care of their people, and they get their people talking to other people about the service that they deliver. Just, they're so into it. Like, they're so into really delighting their clients and really taking great care of their clients. They love that. That's number one. Number two, what they do, these very normal people, they believe in their own worth. They totally believe in their own value. They're so bought in to their own value. They see themselves as being very valuable. They don't beat themselves up that much. You know, it happens every once in a while, but not that often. Like, they really see themselves as being super valuable. And guess what? Anyone can do that. So anyone can deliver extraordinary value. Anyone can see themselves as being super valuable, because all of you are, right? So that's all they're doing. Like, they've just so bought in to their own worth, and they love just like expressing that by taking great care of their clients, of the people around them. So number one, see them as being very normal people. And then what you want to do is you want to really normalize it for yourself. All right. So these are normal people, and then have it become really normal for you to have the kind of result that you want. All right. So yeah, we're going to push and stretch and see that goal as something that is really going to help us to grow and expand, and we are for sure going to have to work for it. And in the same breath, we can say, you know what, it's very normal for me to have that result. Like, it would not be this unusual, unicorn kind of event for me to get that result. It would be super normal. And the way that you make it normal is you want to get around people who are doing it. All right. So get around people who are doing it. So one way is you can engage with these people through things like this, through podcasts, through videos, like listen to these people, watch these people, and get around them physically as much as you can, like people that you do know personally who are having these kind of results. Like, really get around them, be around them, talk about it. And here's the key, I think. Here's the key when you're normalizing it for yourself by getting around other people who are doing it. The key is you want to look at their results that they're getting with curiosity, but not awe. All right. So AWE, not in awe, So, I'm all for being in awe of things that are absolutely incredible. I think about like certain vistas, right? And as you guys know, I'm really into being in the mountains, and there are definitely times where I'm in the mountains, I'm like in awe of the view. But when you're around these people who are having these kind of results, don't be in awe of it. Just be curious about it. Like, be curious, almost like a detective, right? Like be just really curious about, all right, what are they doing? What's really working for them? And I can see that this certain thing is working for them because they've got it matched up with their kind of personality. So what would be my version of that? Like, and say to yourself, oh my gosh, I could totally do that. Kind of be like a detective, kind of digging in, listen to their backstory. What did they do? What were the steps leading up to it? Again, when you look at it, like in awe, like in wonder, and oh my gosh, and almost like worship, like don't do that, because what that does is that separates you from that person, right? So then again, you're back to them you see them as being super, super different. No, see them as just another human being, and you're just gonna be really curious about what it is they're doing that's causing their success. So be like a detective. Don't be in this awe and wonder. Respect it, celebrate it, appreciate it, but just be curious about it. And then what I want you guys to do this year, the way I want you to spend your time and what I want you thinking about this year, especially here at the beginning of the year. If you happen to be listening to this at the beginning of the year, I want you saying to yourself, you know what? Why not me? Why not me? And when you see someone else crushing it, getting the result that you want to have, just say to yourself, you know what? Why not me? I mean, they're a very human person. I'm a very human person. We have the same stuff that we're faced with, right? We're both facing coronavirus comeback. We're both facing low inventory. We're both facing clients who are asking for a discount. We're both facing family obligations and other demands on our time. Like, they're no different than me. They're no different than me. So why not me? And you say that in a respectful way. Again, like you're respecting the other person. You're not diminishing the other person, but you're building yourself up to say, you know what? Why not me? Like, because they did it, I can do it too. I can absolutely do it. I mean, they are no different than me. They're a human being just like me. They're a person just like me. Why not me? That is the question I want you to think about. What I want, like, just totally running in your brain all the time for you in 2022. Why not, right? Why not you? Why not you to be the one to go out and achieve exactly what you want to achieve? Because someone else is doing the same thing, that's just further evidence that you also can do that thing, right? You totally can do that thing. Why not you? All right, you guys, that is the lesson for today. That's our little conversation on comparing yourself to other people. I hope you liked it. I hope it was helpful. If you do enjoy things just like this, if you want to take this to the next level, what you want to do next, you guys, is go check out my group coaching program called Alpha State. We take all these things to a whole new level. Go to alphastateclass.com. You got to get signed up. There's some cool things we're doing in there, like really cool things. So that's how you stay on the path and really get engaged and really go all in with these types of lessons. alphastateclass.com. So you guys, thank you so much for engaging, for being a part of this podcast. I so appreciate it. I can't wait to see you on the next one. In the meantime, enjoy life on the leading edge. Bye.